Hello, welcome. My name is Mauricio Quiroga, and I'm here to give you a model that have been used by me and several of my coaches in finding a way to be happy today and making the actions that provide you with happiness today and made an investment to have happiness in the future. I think it's an incredible model and I wanted to share with you. I hope it worked for you. So let's switch to the PowerPoint in which I will explain you the details of this model. This model is inspired on Tal Ben-Shahar's model. So first, we need to understand that we have two dimensions of time that are represented in these two axes. First, we have the present time in this axis, and we have the future time in this other axis. Okay, so I'm free to make two decisions in any of those times. For instance, in the present, I could take the decisions to be happy, or I can make the decision to be unhappy. That's to have a detriment. That's to be unhappy, to make an investment in the future, so I will be happy in the future. And that's the beginning to explain this quadrant over here. For instance, when I was in college, I quit going to parties, I quit going to movies, I quit rehearsal, I am a bass player, and I quit a lot of things because I always think when I became an economist, I will be happy. And a lot of people live in this kind of view. When I have that car, I will be happy. When I have that position at work, I will be happy. And this is people that are living always in happiness as a project. There, in this other quadrant, is the worst of all. There's the people that living all the time in negativity. In the future, in the future I will have a detriment. So why I'm try to being happy today if the future is also a negative experience? So that's people that made their life miserable. Let's switch to this other quadrant when we have people who think, I want to have the most of the present and I don't care about the future. I will buy that expensive car and I will have a huge debt, but I will enjoy that car. I don't care about how I will pay that car. I will smoke, I will consume other kinds of drugs today to have a great time, and I don't care about my health in the future. So the formula we are looking for is how making activities in the present that provide me with happiness in the future, that my activity on happiness right now will be the source of happiness in the future. And I call that attitude of life joymmiment. It's not commitment, it's joymmiment, because it's not a commitment based on suffering, on sacrifice, but totally contrary, on enjoying whatever you do. And through enjoyment, you are able to accomplish this dream. So let's show you the technique to accomplish this enjoyment state of life. Well, the enjoyment is an action that you have to do today and to accomplish three attributes as you see here, meaning happiness and strength. Let's expand this enjoyment action. I have to make activities that provide me with happiness. For instance, as I told you, I'm a bass player. So playing bass provides me today with happiness? Definitely. Playing bass provides me with meaning? Of course, I like to play bass in front of an audience, to make songs and transmit new thoughts. And that will provide me with happiness. But if I concentrate my life in that action, I don't think I have the strength because I'm not a professional bass player. I don't have enough strength, otherwise right now I will be living in this activity. So if I want to be happy today by playing bass, it's very difficult that I will be happy in the future, because in the future I will not have money because I will be an older person, I will not have the energy that I have right now. So I will be not happy in the future. It's more similar to hedonism. However, I want to tell you that the strength that I'm having there could provide me with happiness in the future as well, if I made other activities that provide me with resources to do that. So let's switch to another experience that I have. And that experience is, since I like to rehearse, since I like to be in a concert, playing in front of people, I discovered that I like that activity with other similar activities in terms of talking with lots of people. And that's to be a teacher. I have been a teacher at college and at MBA for 18 years. And I have also been CEO of different companies, and I have always used my leadership style on teaching people, on playing the bass with my knowledge, by playing the bass in businesses. So I discovered, oh, I have happiness in moving companies, in creating value for companies and for people by this metaphor of playing bass in front of my employees. And that provides me with meaning because I love to provide value to the society and to people. And I have strengths, of course. I have occupied very important positions in different companies. So I decide, how can I make an action that provides me with happiness today and happiness in the future? So I discover that not all my activities at the corporate world provide me with happiness. I discovered that the politics of being inside an organization, I didn't like a lot those kind of activities. I was good, I think, because of my results, but I didn't like that kind of action. So I decided to switch and being a consultant and a teacher. So I'm right now a consultant on helping companies to create value in an accelerated fashion centered on people. And that is an action that is inside of my strengths. I'm making money in that. It provides me with happiness and by meaning. So, but how I discovered this activity? I discovered that if I use a technique, use it in innovation, and in a lean startup, I'm an entrepreneurship professor, and among other courses that I gave at the university, and I discovered that you have to make prototypes. You will never discover your activity by thinking seated in your chair. You have to go outside and ask people what they think about you, about your projects. But the most important thing of all is knowing thyself, discovering, giving your time to know who you are, to understand thyself. By understanding thyself, you can make a prototype. So we have here the design thinking, the prototyping of a Joymmiment action. So I will use my example. That's the example that I know the most, of course. So I started while I was still working as CEO of the Internet e-commerce unit in Chile of Cencosud, to try to make a different activity. So I discovered that my strengths were on creativity and in innovation. So I made a minimum viable Joymmiment, and that was asking friends what they think if I sell them creativity. So I made the hypothesis that I will provide with wellness for me and for the rest of the humanity, and I decide if 70% of my friends reject my hypothesis, my minimum viable Joymmiment should change. So I went make conversations with friends that I call Benessociates, in which I could provide with wellness them and provide with wellness to me. So I by testing this dice hypothesis, I made a learning. Some questions, new question I had some discoverings, some things were okay, and others need improvement. In the first round, I discovered by my friends. They told me, in this small country called Chile, it's very difficult that somebody will buy you creativity in the if you are an MBA, you are an economist. I will buy creativity from a guy from the arts, from an advertisement agency, but from you it's very difficult. You can sell creativity till, but at a different product in a different package. So I returned to my laboratory and I made another minimum viable Joymmiment, and that's why to sell innovation. And I tested with several friends. The most important discovery of that round was that innovation is not a mean by itself, but a tool. So I could sell creativity, also that is a tool. I could sell innovation, also that is a tool, but I need to have a mean to sell to companies. So I returned to my laboratory, by all that I have discovered and all that I know about myself, and I developed a new prototype. This new prototype was I'm going to help companies to create value and to implement that value in an accelerated velocity, very, very accelerated. Why? Because I was going to use different tools and my own capabilities to help teams to have consensus on a path to follow, and then how to get that path in 5 concrete actions, and that led those actions in very specific KPIs and a way of following that. Well, I'm talking here very summarize what happened. So suddenly in this round, one day a person told me, can you start with your project at my company tomorrow? And the rest is history. So I think one of the most important things about this model is that you have to go out of the building. You have to walk and ask people. And also by asking people, you will enter a network of people that will know you much better, that will know that you are a person that's looking to make a work with happiness, with strength and with meaning, and that people will generate confidence. And I'm sure you will be able to reach this incredible state of Joymmiment in which you will make things today that will provide you with happiness in the future. Thank you very much for your time. I have enjoyed this video recording a lot, and I hope your life could grow and the lives of your significant others could grow as well. Have a great day today. Thank you.